Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, June 29, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Indiana Fever vs Phoenix Mercury. The Indiana Fever stepped onto the hardwood against the Las Vegas Aces and took a loss by a final of 88-80 in their last game. Indiana walked away from the game with a 35.9% field goal percentage, 28 out of 78, and converted 6 out of their 22 three-point attempts. From the charity stripe, the Fever buried 18 of 21 shots for a percentage of 85.7%. In relation to rebounding, they earned 39 with 16 of them being offensive. They also dished out 12 assists for the game, as well as forcing the other team into 15 turnovers and having 8 steals. When talking about the defense, Indiana allowed the other team to go 40.9% from the field on 27 of 66 shooting. Las Vegas earned 10 dimes and had 4 steals in this contest. In addition, Las Vegas snagged 39 boards, 10 offensive, 29 defensive, and had 6 blocks. Las Vegas ended up shooting 96.4% when shooting free throws by making 27 of their 28 attempts. They buried 7 out of their 24 shots from downtown. Indiana steps onto the hardwood with a record of 5-9 on the year. They average 82.8 points per contest, 6th in the league, while hitting 44.1% from the field. The Fever are hitting 32.2% on three-point shots, 91 of 283, and 79.4% from the free throw line. As a unit, Indiana is pulling down 36.6 boards per game and has accounted for 249 dimes so far this year, which is 9th in the WNBA in terms of passing. They turn it over 12.9 times per game, and as a group they commit 20.9 personal fouls on a nightly basis. When they are on the defensive end, the Fever are forcing their opponents into 11.6 turnovers per contest, and they draw 17.6 personal fouls. They currently rank 8th in the WNBA in giving up assists to the opposition, with 278 surrendered this season. The Fever defense is allowing an opponent field goal percentage of 42.9%, 162 of 246, and they concede 33.2 rebounds per contest as a unit. They are conceding 37.0% from beyond the arc, while they are 9th in the WNBA in PPG from their opponents, 84.8. Our team pick is Phoenix. When they last stepped on the court, the Phoenix Mercury took a loss by a final score of 77-62 when they faced the Dallas Wings. The Mercury were able to pull down 21 defensive boards and 4 offensive boards, for a total of 25 in the matchup. They turned it over 16 times, while recording 7 steals in this contest. The Wings were called for 18 fouls in this contest, which took the Mercury to the charity stripe for a total of 18 shots. They were able to make 13 of the free throw tries for a percentage of 72.2%. In the matter of shots from distance, Phoenix converted 3 of 20 tries, 15.0%. In all, the Mercury finished shooting 23 for 57 from the field, which had them shooting 40.4%. The Mercury permitted the Wings to knock down 30 of their 64 tries from the field, 46.9% in this contest. They finished 31.3% from downtown by shooting 5 of 16 and finished the contest at 12 out of 14 from the free throw line, 85.7%. Regarding cleaning up the glass, Phoenix permitted Dallas to pull down 37 in total, 10 on the offensive glass. Phoenix has a win-loss record of 2-11 so far this season. On the offensive side of the ball, the Mercury are shooting 43.8% from the floor, which ranks them 5th in the league. Phoenix has tallied 988 PTS for the campaign, 76.0 per contest, and they collect 28.9 boards per game. They are assisting teammates 19.3 times per contest, 6th in the league, and they are turning it over 15.9 times per contest. The Mercury are responsible for committing 20.5 personal fouls per contest, and they go 81.1% from the free throw line. The Mercury on defense are ranked 11th in the league in PPG allowed with 87.5. They are forcing their opponents into 12.2 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 44.7% from the field, 10th in basketball. Our total pick is over. Minnesota Lynx vs Seattle Storm. The Minnesota Lynx played the Seattle Storm and walked away with a win by a score of 104-93 in their last game. Minnesota finished the contest with a 53.2% FG percentage, 41 out of 77, and knocked down 8 of 20 shots from three-point land. From the charity stripe, the Lynx knocked down 14 of their 15 tries for a rate of 93.3%. In relation to pulling down boards, they compiled a total of 38, with 6 of them being offensive. They also dished out 25 assists for this contest, in addition to forcing the other team into 7 turnovers and having 3 steals. In reference to defending, Minnesota allowed 45.9% from the floor on 34 of 74 shooting. Seattle dished out 8 assists and had 5 steals in the matchup. Furthermore, Seattle collected 33 rebounds, 8 offensive, 25 defensive, and had 5 rejections. Seattle ended up going 85.7% from the free throw line by knocking down 12 of 14 shots. They knocked down 13 out of their 31 tries from beyond the perimeter. Minnesota comes into this one with a mark of 5-9 for the year. They average 77.7 points per contest, 9th in the WNBA, on 41.5% from the floor. The Lynx are hitting 29.7% on shots from beyond the arc, 88 of 296, and 83.0% from the charity stripe. As a unit, Minnesota is grabbing 35.7 boards per contest and has 260 dimes for the year, which ranks 7th in the WNBA in terms of passing. They are giving up possession 12.8 times per game and as a unit are committing 17.3 fouls on a nightly basis. On defense, the Lynx have forced 11.4 turnovers per contest and they draw 19.1 personal fouls. They are currently ranked 9th in the league in giving up assists with 286 surrendered this season. The Lynx are allowing a FG percentage of 44.3%, 160 of 268, and they concede 33.6 boards per game as a squad. They relinquish 35.6% on 3-point shots, while they are 7th in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 83.6. Our team pick is Minnesota. When they last stepped on the hardwood, the Seattle Storm went home defeated by a final of 104-93 when they faced the Minnesota Lynx. The Storm collected 25 defensive boards and 8 offensive boards for a total of 33 in this game. They coughed it up 7 times, while recording 5 steals in the matchup. The Lynx committed 15 personal fouls in the matchup which got the Storm to the free throw line for a total of 14 shots. They were able to bury 12 of the free throw tries for a percentage of 85.7%. When talking about shots from downtown, Seattle converted 13 out of their 31 attempts, 41.9%. When all was said and done, the Storm ended up going 34 out of 74 from the floor, which gave them a shooting percentage of 45.9%. The Storm permitted the Lynx to bury 41 out of their 77 attempts from the field, which gave them a rate of 53.2% in this matchup. They finished 40.0% from distance by going 8 out of 20 and ended up going 14 of 15 at the free throw line, 93.3%. Regarding rebounding, Seattle permitted Minnesota to collect 38 overall, 6 offensive. Ivana Dojic ended up being a factor for the Storm in the matchup. She buried 5 out of 8 for the contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 62.5% and accumulated 2 rebounds. Dojic earned 14 points in her 32 minutes on the court and accumulated 9 assists in the matchup. Seattle has a mark of 4-10 on the season. The Storm are committing 18.5 fouls per game and they hit 78.3% from the charity stripe. Their rate of earning assists is at 16.9 times per game, 12th in the league, and they turn it over 12.4 times per game. Seattle has scored 1,107 PTS so far this season, 79.1 per contest, and they collect 32.8 rebounds per game. As an offense, the Storm are connecting on 39.9% from the floor, which is ranked 12th in the WNBA. The Storm on the defensive end are ranked 10th in the league in PPG surrendered with 85.4. They have surrendered 20.8 assists and 36.6 total boards per game, ranking them 11th and 10th in basketball. The Seattle defense gives up 38.2% on shots from beyond the perimeter, 112 of 293, and opponents are converting on 84.1% of their foul shots. They are forcing their opponents into 13.9 turnovers on a nightly basis and have let teams shoot 46.8% from the field, 12th in the league. Our total pick is over. New York Liberty vs Las Vegas Ace. The New York Liberty took the court against the Connecticut Sun and notched a win by a score of 89-81 in their last contest. New York finished having earned a 48.6% FG percentage, 34 of 70, and made 9 out of their 20 shots from distance. From the charity stripe, the Liberty buried 12 of their 14 shots for a percentage of 85.7%. Concerning rebounding, they earned 38 with 6 of them being of the offensive variety. They also recorded 24 assists for this contest, as well as forcing 5 turnovers and earning 4 steals. In regard to defending, New York let their opponents shoot 39.2% from the field on 31 out of 79 shooting. Connecticut distributed 8 dimes and had 7 steals for the matchup. On top of that, Connecticut snagged 34 boards, 8 offensive, 26 defensive, and got 8 blocked shots. Connecticut ended up shooting 92.9% at the free throw line by making 13 of 14 attempts. They also buried 6 out of their 19 attempts from beyond the perimeter. New York steps onto the hardwood with a record of 10-3 on the campaign. They currently have an average of 88.0 points per outing, second in basketball, while connecting on 45.6% from the field. The Liberty are hitting 38.0% on shots from downtown, 136 of 358, and 82.4% from the charity stripe. As a unit, New York is pulling down 37.5 rebounds per game and is sitting with 312 dimes for the campaign, which ranks second in the WNBA in terms of passing the rock. They lose possession by turning the ball over 13.9 times per contest and as a group are committing 17.9 fouls on a nightly basis. Defensively, the Liberty are able to force 12.2 turnovers per contest and they draw 18.4 personal fouls. They give up 35.6% on 3-point attempts and they are ranked 5th in the WNBA in opponents' points per game, 80.0. The Liberty defensively are giving up a shooting percentage of 41.2%, 158 of 239, and they relinquish 34.4 rebounds per game as a unit. They are ranked first in basketball in giving up assists to their opponents, with 222 surrendered so far this season. Our team pick is New York. When they last stepped on the hardwood, the Las Vegas Aces walked away with a victory by a final of 88-80 when they faced the Indiana Fever. The Aces earned 29 defensive boards and 10 offensive rebounds, totaling 39 in this matchup. They turned the ball over 15 times, while getting 4 steals in this game. The Fever committed 21 fouls in this game, which took the Aces to the free throw line for 28 tries. They were able to make 27 of the free throws for a clip of 96.4%. Concerning three-pointers, Las Vegas made 7 of their 24 attempts, 29.2%. In all, the Aces finished shooting 27 for 66 from the floor, which had them sitting at 40.9%. The Aces permitted the Fever to make 28 of 78 tries from the field, 35.9% for this game. They shot 27.3% from downtown by hitting 6 out of 22 and ended up shooting 18 out of 21 at the free throw line, 85.7%. When it comes to rebounding, Las Vegas permitted Indiana to get 39 in all, 16 on the offensive side. A'ja Wilson ended up being a factor for the Aces for the game. She buried 8 out of 15 for the matchup, giving her a rate of 53.3% and had 10 rebounds. Wilson earned 28 points in her 30 minutes on the court and earned 3 assists for the contest. Las Vegas has a win-loss record of 13-1 for the campaign. The Aces are responsible for committing 16.0 fouls per game and they connect on 81.7% from the free throw line. They are dishing out assists 21.9 times per contest, second in the league, and they cough up possession 11.8 times per game. Las Vegas has tallied 1,299 PTS on the campaign, 92.8 per contest, and they average 35.4 boards per game. On the offensive side of the ball, the Aces are hitting on 49.7% from the floor, which has them ranked first in basketball. The Aces on the defensive side of the court are second in basketball in PPG, given up with 77.4. They surrender 18.2 dimes and 33.6 total boards per game, ranking them third in the league. The Las Vegas defense surrenders 33.9% on shots from three-point land, 99 of 292, and their opposition knocks down 78.2% of their free throw shots. They are able to force 12.9 turnovers on a nightly basis and have let teams shoot 40.8% from the field, second in the league. Our total pick is under.